Okay, let's get today's Frontier Opening Bell up and running right from Frontier Africa Report. I am Boason Omofaye. Thank you, everyone, for coming through today's show. The Nigerian market went down 0.38% to start the new week. Investors started pulling back from that rally we saw last week on the back of FBN Holdings. But the financial services company still led the trading day in volume terms. In BRVM, that's the West Africa, the Abidjan market was up by 47 basis points. Egyptian market by 49 basis points. Investors traded more than $130 million on the Egyptian market on Monday, which is the second day start of the week for the Egyptian market. You have the Nairobi market down sharply by 1.06% on Friday, and then the GSE. Oh, yesterday was a public holiday. The markets were closed in Kenya, by the way. Then the GSE up by 32 basis points, led in the main by resources, with the big names within the mining sector jumping on the first trading day. 32 basis points added to the GSE All-Share Index, 66,101. So let's step into the East African market, where the sun rises on the east. So look at the market with MTN Uganda yesterday, flagging off its IPO, which has been so much weighted, price of 200 Uganda shillings. That offer will be on the street for 6 weeks. Will be closing on November the 22nd. Kenya is set to announce new fuel prices by the 14th of October, and that will come through by Thursday. And Centum Investments, listed on the Nairobi board, says it's shutting down its shared services unit. And Tanzania's September inflation consumer price index up 4% year on year, while Rwanda's urban CPI, that's the consumer price index for urban areas, fell 0.1% year on year in the month of September. Okay, let's move on to West Africa, where the talk Nigeria's vice president yesterday asked for more collaboration between the fiscal and monetary policy authorities, wants the central bank to review its current FX demand management strategy, as well as collaboration with other MDAs in terms of those multi-billion naira interventions that the central bank is doing in agriculture, healthcare, as well as small and medium enterprises. The Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, was speaking at the takeoff of the two-day ministerial performance review retreat that's taking place, and that will be wrapped up later today. The EFDB President, Dr. Akunmi Adesina, was also in Abuja to speak at the ministerial performance retreat, and he says the DFI is looking to invest some $3 billion to support Africa's pharmaceutical industries, including those pharmaceutical companies based in Nigeria. And Access Bank says it's planning to launch into 10 more countries in terms of its Pan-African rapid expansion. Of course, beyond Africa itself, Access Bank has just completed its acquisition of ABC in Botswana. That was also reported yesterday, bringing a big jump to the Botswana stock market. Yesterday, $94.77 million US. Access Bank is also planning to open up in France. Now, the World Bank IMF says the annual meetings took off yesterday with focus on recovery debt for developing economies, with the news coming through that the board of the IMF has decided to allow Kristalina Georgieva continue in office. The IMF executive board says it has reviewed the allegations against the IMF chief, Kristalina, while she was working at the World Bank in matters relating to the 2018 edition of the Ease of Doing Business, and found her to be capable and will continue to run effectively as head of the IMF. And Gabon supporting public debt, 14.7% uptake to about 6.5 billion CFA franc for the mid-year month of June. In Southern Africa, we talked about the market with the miners taking the lead yesterday, but the September business confidence softened around to about 91.0 from 91.9 in August. And the AFDB also made another announcement of $86.7 million for water resources, socioeconomic development for Africa's most industrialized and advanced economy. And Zambia says it's going to renegotiate the debt with Copperbelt Energy after a raft of court cases. A few other mining companies were in some discomfort with the previous administration of President John Edgar Lungu in Zambia. Now, the new president, Ichilema, is looking to soften the relationship with the mining firms. Had a major meeting about 2-3 weeks ago, and now they're trying to unpack each of them on a case-by-case basis. Copperbelt Energy and other names such as Glencore. Mozambique is reporting September inflation at 6.04%. That's higher than 5.6% in the previous month. And as I said earlier, Access Bank has completed the Africa Banking Corporation's of Botswana's acquisition by $94.7 million. I'm wrapping it up in North Africa, where the Egyptian September inflation came in yesterday at 6.6%. The authorities in Cairo are still looking for $2 billion syndicated loan. Egypt had approached the Eurobond market so far this year twice, and has raised significant funding, close to about $7 billion. And Mercer Life Insurance of Egypt is looking to go public in the second half of next year, and of course expected will list on the EGX. Algeria's president has described the advice by the IMF that the country should continue borrowing as a political suicide. The president of Algeria says the country will continue to look for alternative sources of funding locally and try to hold on its economic program, but will not yield to the IMF advice to continue foreign borrowings. And on a final note, the World Bank is forecasting 2.9% GDP growth for Tunisia, another North African economy, for the current year, 2021. There's a whole lot more from the World Bank IMF annual meetings that started yesterday. We're looking at the fiscal policy report, the World Economic Outlook report, as well as Africa-focused reports later during the week. A very busy week out there for the World Bank and the IMF. We'll keep everyone informed here on Frontier Opening Bell. I am Boason Omofaye. Bye for now. I'll see you next time.